Hello everyone, and welcome back to Minecraft. So, this is not FTB, as I'm sure people could tell by the difference in number of mods loaded here. It's not quite as substantial as FTB. So before I get into what this is, first and foremost, I want to say that this is a pilot program. This is by no means set in stone for this to be FTB's replacement. If you want to vote on whether or not you like this series, leave a like if you like it, leave a dislike if you want something else, leave a comment, any and all feedback. Like, seriously, just put it out there. I do not mind. Now, I did get a recommendation for what else to try in the comment sections of my last episode of FTB, and that was to try the 1.7.10 pack on the Technic launcher. Now, I did check it out. I looked at the mod list and I looked over what was in it, and for the most part it was very, very similar to the FTB Infinity pack. Now, there were several substitutions for different aspects of the game, but for a lot of it, it boiled down to something essentially similar. The only mods that I feel would have been substantially different would have been the mechanism mod, which is a gradual progression mod for the multiplying of resources that you get. It has up to a ×5 resource extraction, so you can turn one piece of ore into 5 ingots as you progress from tier to tier in the system. It starts out with just the basic doubling, and then you can upgrade to another system, and you get 3, and then you get quadruple, then you get quintuple, right? So there was that, and then there was magic crops, which I feel would have been slightly different. It allows you to grow resources as crops, so, you know, right? Like, if I had that as an option, I feel like this time around I'm going to be going very efficient. I'm going to try to do as little time getting resources as possible in this playthrough. So if that is my goal, then magic crops would probably be far faster than going down mechanism. So I probably wouldn't have shown the mods off to the best of their capacity. So what did I decide to try first? And if more people are interested in checking out that Technic pack, let me know. I will go into it. If that is what people absolutely want to see, let me know. As far as it stands, I only got feedback from one person on what to do next, so it's been taken into consideration, but I thought I'd throw this out here first. So what this is this is my custom mod pack, the one I've mentioned before. And the reason I am trying this as a series before trying the Technic thing is because I believe this has more stuff for me to go through. So let me go through a mods list here real quick. So as you can see, we got a lot of familiar stuff. We've got Agrograft, we've got Applied Energistics, we've got similar stuff that we've had in FTB or in Agrarian Skies. But I do have some different mods. So I have Ars Magica 2, which is a really fun magic mod that I feel really sets itself apart from the other stuff that's in here. It's more of a combat utility, like traditional magic mod you would think of, where it's like spells you cast, as opposed to stuff like Thaumcraft, where it's like if you want spells on the go, you're pretty much, it's your wand focuses, right? Wand foci. So yeah, I've got that, and then I've got a whole bunch of other familiar stuff, big reactors, all that kind of junk. We've got Clay Soldiers mod, which is just a fun little playing around mod that you can goof around in every so often, so we might just have fun with that here and there. Let's see, much more familiar stuff. Ender IO. I just like the fact that you can do multiple types of cable in the same cluster. That's nice. Forestry, all that kind of stuff. We got fossils and archaeology revived. I got that in because it's a fun mod. It's just fun. It's just fun. It's dinosaurs, man. It's just fun. We've got Iguana Tinker Tweaks, which some people might recognize from Agrarian Skies. It basically allows your tools to level up as you use them, your Tinker tools. They level up, gain abilities as you use them, so you don't need to spend as much time upgrading them manually, and they can hold far more upgrades than the vanilla Tinker's Construct stuff. And basically my goal here is to save time in the initial phase. I want to rush towards a place where I can branch out into the deeper dives into the mods here, because I mean, we've done the build up on modded Minecraft a few times, right? So at this point I just want to get into stuff. So we're trying to eliminate the early game as much as possible. I got magic bees in here so that if I do get back into Thaumcraft, I have the ability to get, you know, an energized node relatively quickly. I can go for those bees that just grow it. I can get that done early and then move on. That's also why I have Gendistry help make that streamlined a little bit. I also have Agricraft is enabled the resource crops, so we can also streamline getting resources a lot faster than a quarry or a laser drill or any such nonsense. So the point here is to eliminate the grind. I did get Mistcraft back in here, so I should be able to try and get this back up to where we were. Hopefully, fingers crossed, and I can continue along with that. Galacticraft is not in here. As far as I could see, it was not available on the Curse Launcher, which is what I use to assemble my mod pack. It's very shoddily put together, I will admit. I haven't gone into like config files or anything. Basically, the be-all end-all of this pack is that it doesn't crash on launch or on world load, so you know, yeah. I'm gonna have to get in the habit of world backups like nobody's business though, so. And actually, did I get Aroma Craft in here, Aroma backups in here? I did not. I can add that in retroactively, it shouldn't cause a problem. Okay, we got Pam's Harvest Crafts, we got Portal Guns, Simply Jetpacks, Solar Flux. I've got the old Soul Shards mod, so this will help make mine mob grinders a little easier. And that's just for some convenience stuff. And I also love the old Soul Shards mod. Like, I played it back when it was first released on the early FTB stuff, right? Like when it was part of like back when it was under its original author. So a long time ago. And it's really fun. I got all the Thaumcraft add-ons. I've got Horizons, I've got Exploration, Energistics. I'm probably going to actually play around with Thaumic Energistics this time. I'm going to try to do things a little differently this time around in this series. You know, not follow exactly the same path that I did in the mods that we've explored in the past. So, yeah. Twilight Forest is back. Mainly because I never really got to the bosses in that. I never fought in the Twilight Forest, so I was like, you know what, let's maybe try that this time. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. So I've got a few mods that are completely different from what we've tried in the past. You know, the fossils mod, the soul shards, the clay soldiers, Ars Magica, all that kind of junk. So I created 2 test worlds. I've been testing this, adding stuff to it, make sure it doesn't crash. Because, like I said, I've put this together extraordinarily shoddily. I am turning this on, allow cheats on, biomes aplenty, generate structures, bonus chest off. Our new world will be known as Zephyr, because this is the Zephyr Modpack version 2, and let's get into it. I might experiment with annotations in this episode to allow people to skip that kind of long intro here. We'll see. So fingers crossed it doesn't crash. Oh, lovely, I spawned in the water. Cool. Okay, well, we spawned in the desert. It's not great, but it could be worse. New version of all these mods are available. I just know that the versions I have work with my current setup, so I'm not going to get too much into that. Now, unfortunately, it does look like we're in kind of like an annoying spot. We got desert, we got rainforest over there. Is that a... What's our difficulty set to, by the way? Normal? Lovely. Okay. Is that a plains biome over there? Oh, okay. A little bit of frame chops here and there. Oh, you're a growable resource, but at the same time, I don't want you wasted. Okay, so that is not a plains biome. Now, as many of you probably remember from my previous series, I am a little picky when it comes to where I set up shop. So for the first little while here, we may be on the run through the first night, finding a place to live. Now this is a desert, which isn't ideal, but it could hold some desert villages or something. I'm also gonna have to worry about food now that I think about it. Okay, wow, we got one of those already. That's lovely. I never got into those on FTB. I really was planning on going into that right after we wrapped up Mistcraft, so that's unfortunate. Hopefully we can get to it a little quicker this time around. Okay, we have a savanna biome over here. That actually might be fantastic. I was going to say splendid, but then I changed my mind halfway through my sentence. I'm also noticing a severe lack of Pam's Harvest Craft plants generating. I hope nothing went poorly with that. And it's not looking good. I haven't even seen any of the Pam's Harvest Craft trees now that I think about it. Or at least I haven't been paying close enough attention to notice. Okay, we've got a lava pit over there. Lovely. So yeah, it looks like Pam's Harvest Craft is not loaded in for whatever reason. Did I not put Natura in either? I'm not seeing berry bushes. Oh, there's some melons, I suppose. I would like to find somewhere nice to set up shop. I suppose the savannah isn't terrible. It's got some pretty flat areas in it. Okay, cool. That's working. Okay, hold on. That looks like a cactus garden. Okay, so it is in here. It is working. It's just not very prevalent. Okay, we got some kind of structure over there. Or is that a change in biome? Actually, it's probably just a change in biome. Yeah, it looks like a witchwood forest, which is actually spectacular. Oh, nice. Finding one of these early on is a lifesaver. Cool. So at least I know where one is. It is on the map. Okay. I'd like to find some kind of structure. Doesn't necessarily have to be a village. Well, a roguelike dungeon is technically a structure. Oh, what did I just do? I just made a terrible, terrible mistake. Oh man, seriously? Okay, well, corner it is. Well, lovely. Okay. Well, I can at least scavenge the top of the tower. Man, that witchwood forest is huge. Okay. Are there any entrance points at this height? There's one. Okay, here's our entry point. Oh wow, these are a lot more spacious than they used to be. No treasure. Okay, well, it's unfortunate. I'm not going down into the lower levels until I have some actual gear, so let's forget about that. And I'm gonna head back off into the savannah here. That's odd. Oh, one of my older worlds was named Zephyr, so I guess it's probably some leftover map data from that. Is there a zombie on my tail? Already? Yeah, no, see, the map will override itself. Just a little awkward for right now. So World Gen seems to be pretty decent. We didn't have any crashes trying to load up a world. That's a plus. What else? So in the world that was named Zephyr before this one, oh, we have a clay soldier house here. Oh, he's dead. Poor thing. Cobblestone turtle, clay disruptor. You okay, buddy? No, he's not. Yeah. Okay, what are we looking at here? I guess heading south for now is probably my best option. So I think what we're going to start off with is I'm going to start off with a place to live. We're going to find... I'm gonna search, probably a little off camera as well. I'm gonna search for a village, ideally. Move into one of their buildings. I might set up a wall around the village early on. Just for safety's sake. Am I going the right way? Yeah, I'm going the right way. So it'll probably take a little bit more of a, like, defend the people of the village for a bit approach. And then we'll start getting some basics of some of the practical mods, like Ars Magica, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there's another roguelike dungeon up ahead. Those ones I know for a fact have a room at the top. So that might give me a place to spend the night. I can head back out in the morning. Look for a village. Oh, it looks like we even have a normal plains biome up ahead. Lovely. That should make things go a little easier. Okay, well, it didn't have quite the type of room that I was expecting it to have, but nonetheless, it is relatively safe. Well, there we go. Why am I so terrible at that? Wow, seriously? This is a thing I can do, right? No? Okay, well, whatever. I'm actually going to cut this episode here, so thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed all that fun stuff. As always, if you did enjoy, please consider leaving a like or a comment. Any and all feedback is always very much appreciated. Helps me out a ton, and I do always love hearing from you guys. Between episodes here, I'm going to keep looking. I'm going to search the world for a village, and then we're going to settle down. We're gonna protect its people, and then we're gonna get into some fun stuff. So, are we sure I'm in normal difficulty? Looks like it. We did see mobs on the map, so we know they exist. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.